Stock Mo here. Hope you're having a good day. We're here to teach you a little bit about XRP today and where we have the charts taking us next. This is it. Welcome back. Hit that like button. Let's get this one over 1,000 likes. And of course, if you are not a part of this channel, hit the subscribe button down below. And you can join us with the join button as a member down below here on YouTube. And there's multiple different ways. You can hit the join button right here. Or you can come on over and hit the second link down there and come on over and join us at the Discord where you can continue your education with the earner tier. I will be teaching live today, doing teaching about zero DTEs today at 2 o'clock Eastern time for those who do not know. So if you're a member, code GIFT right there, or you can join here on YouTube. Now, XRP family, welcome back. We got a lot to talk about. I'm going to go over the portfolios. I know a lot of you guys like to follow along with that. We're going to continue to do that and much, much more. Talk about where we see things going. It is good to be here with you on this day. Hopefully the weather's a little bit nicer. I know yesterday it was a rainy, kind of windy, not good day where I was at. I don't know where you guys watching from. How is the weather right now where you're at? Put it in the comments, family. Let's get this party started. I'm going to give you a little update on where we're at right now over at Kraken. You guys know I like to share what I'm in, how I'm doing, and everything else. You guys can see it. Remember when Bonk was up 200? Now it's not. It's down. Well, it lost half of those gains. So a lot of different things we're watching here. You guys can see how this is doing. And for this, let's see, where are we at here? For the last month, this portfolio was up about 5 Gs, which isn't too bad. And of course, for those following along on the other one here, which is this one, we were at 150 something when I started. It's at 229, so about 75. So that's pretty good. And then of course, this one, this is the big one. This was 2231. It's now 2374. About 150, 153, roughly 140, 143. There you go, 143. We got her, and you can see how this all ended up yesterday. Some interesting numbers. I still got some dry powder here I'm watching. And what I'm doing is going to continue to either take this dry powder, add another, and I think this is what's going to happen. Add another position here, up here in my equities. These are my crypto and my treasuries right here. This is my dry powder that I like to get the interest off of. That's always good. So don't look at this because it goes up, comes down every month because you get a payout every month. So the interest pays off. And so it's a lot of interest too. So I don't complain. I just turn it back into shares of more TBIL. TLT's the 20-year treasury. I like that one as well. So we're just continuing to watch that one. That has a very similar situation. And that moves us into now what I'm doing here with the crypto. And as you can see, between all the accounts, it's a lot. And so I am watching to see where we go. Let's see if we update this. Let's see if this goes up or down. 229. So it stays the same. So now we move into what I'm going to talk the XRP family. I wanted to go over some of the XRP charts, talk about what we're looking at. You guys know we discussed the support level here on the fib retracement from the original pop, which was 61.8 or roughly 273. So for those who say, and they don't know this, I'm going to teach you right now. This is a learning lesson. This is a class, if you will. And right here where you have the kind of base right here and we pop it all the way up to the top, normally on a run like that, and I'm going to teach you this right now as a technical analysis, is that you're going to run up until you hit a top. You don't know where the top's going to be. You have some ideas through the RSI and the Bollinger Band. But at the end of the day, we really don't know because broke the Bollinger Band here and went even further, which I did. I actually bought and then sold up here. I did the right thing. It was almost perfect timing. And with that being said, you have to run back down and you had to say, well, how low is it going to go, Mo? Well, the 50 EMA is a strong, strong support, as well as the 61.8. And the 61.8 is not that yellow line, but this yellow line. So between those two lines is where I wanted to buy, and that is where I bought. right down in here in this general. I think it was like 278, 279, 277. And the next day it instantly bounced back up to the 13, which I expected. You can see it's still downward. And so it's still bearish. I'm not gonna pull any punches here. I need this to flip on this. You got a new higher high. Let's get this thing up now from here. Let's get this thing up. And that's what I'm watching for on this chart for the daily candles. So today's candle, at the time of me making this, 298. Very key number is the 13 at 302. I need this thing to confirm above the 13. So what's confirmation mean when you're reading these charts? Confirmation means that you're going to have the candle finish above this 13, have an opening and closing candle above that one. That's my confirmation. That's the stock mo confirmation for technical analysis. There, I taught you something. And that's what I look for. If we confirm, and you can see we got here, this is almost it. But the next candle didn't open and close up. It actually opened and closed below the 13. And you got to push up. So it didn't confirm, but it already did here. So it was kind of a failed test. And that's where we're watching this now to see if we can get a push up. A red candle starting out for today, not what I want to see. Now the good news, the RSI is at 50.40. It's north of the 50, and you want that north of the 50. Look at this, the candles north of the 50 EMA, north of the 50 RSI. Bollinger Band, nice. It tightened up nicely, so we're ready for something to happen. Something to happen that would be good. You know, I don't know what cartoon it was where they go, "What are you doing?" He goes, "I don't know, just wait." Well, I think it was The Incredibles, where he's like, just waiting for something good to happen or something. I don't even remember. It was a funny line the little kid said when he looked at, I think it was the dad. What are you waiting for? Just, I don't know, something incredible, something good. Yeah, and so that's what we wait for here on these consolidation. And so moving forward, we're kind of watching. For those who are looking at the 4-hour candles, what's going on with those? You can see a long sideways action, long consolidation. Look how tight this is getting on the 4-hour candles. In other words, on the 4-hour candles, something's about to pop or break in a bad way. When you get, see how it opens up and you have a lot of volatility. Up, 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 opens up again here, downward. Now it's coming in and it's tightening up. In other words, volume's dropping, volume drops, drop. Oh, up, volume's dropping. And we're about to see what I would argue is the volatility is going to lead to a push up or down. We just don't know which one. Anytime I look at a chart like this, even though I'm a fan of XRP, I will tell you when we're sub 50 EMA, that's where you start to run into trouble. Because you are in a bearish situation. And look, we tested it, teased it twice, failed. Now we're coming down. The support has been defined at 290. As long as you hold 290, you're all right. You're just bouncing back and forth. No one likes it. No one likes it. Yeah, who doesn't want to go up, 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 up? Now, what I'm seeing here is a little cup and a little mini handle. So if we get 1 or 2 days here, down a little bit, and then pop, let's go. Giddy up. And that's what we could see. Now, I've been pretty blunt about everything going on. Now, I shared a lot of information there. I want to show you guys a few things. Now, the Fed is going to really help us real soon when it comes to crypto. And why do I say that? Because right now, the markets are pricing a 93% chance of a rate cut when it comes to September. Anybody doesn't know about this, let me teach you about this. As the Fed rates go lower, that actually helps crypto. Money becomes cheaper. More cheaper money means more money into, they move up different classes of risk. And so as the rates drop and they don't get as much money on the treasuries and all these other things, they start moving, certain money moves to different things. And that's how it works. And so as the Fed continues to cut, and they're calling for the end of this year, over a 50% chance that we're going to be at 350 basis points to 375 basis points. The current range is 425 to 450. So that's about 75 basis points down. And they're calling for more than a 50% chance that happens. That's huge for crypto. So you're saying during Q4, we could see 75, 3 into 4, 75 basis points worth of cuts. And the answer is yeah, according to the market. It's not totally locked in. But if you see 3 rate cuts this year, and the Fed's only calling for 2, so that would be 1 more than what the Fed's calling for. Oh, goodness gracious. You should see riskier assets starting to get a little bit more love. Now, expand out. Boom! We go all the way out to December of 2026, all right? Now, you're going to have the election in November. That's going to help define what's going to happen to this rate right here. But up to October, and this is the one I'm watching, you can see that basically it's a coin flip that will be between 275 to 325. That's where most likely we're going to be. That would be about 150 basis points to 125 basis points lower than where we are now. And there's a chance, depending on what happens, because you know there's going to be replacements in the Fed. President Trump can replace who he wants and do what he wants after the terms are up and everything else. And I'm going to guess they're going to pick some people that are more friendlier to get rates to drop. And that means they're going to cut more aggressively because, you know, when you got whoever's leading the Fed, you know, that's kind of their reign. And the reign can be extremely hawkish or the reign can be extremely dovish. And that is up to each person out there. Now, I don't know who's going to be next off the bat, but I'm going to guess they're going to be more dovish. So, in my opinion, the Fed's going to get more dovish over the next, 16 months, and which is good for crypto. And that means XRP should have a little less wind pushing against it and more wind pushing behind it. And that's what we're looking for. We got the spot ETS, which I think we'll see. Let's see what the odds are on that. I haven't pulled up this in a while. Let's pull that up. Whoa. Whoa. Look at this. The XR, look at that. I don't know what happened, folks, but the odds of a XRP spot ETF, boy, that's drastically lower. 66%. Wowzers. That's a big drop. I don't know what happened, folks, but there you go. 80 something. Look, at one time, look what it was. 98% on Poly. Now it's down to 60. Wowzers, 69 something. Like, you could have just locked it up right there. And but I'll say it again. I've said this a while, that it's, to me, it wasn't if, it's when. The only reason this wouldn't work is because they cross the I's. They cross the I's and dot the T's. So they cross the T's and dot the I's, and sometimes that could push into January, February, March. That means, because this says in 2025, these things take time. And the changes that are made, once they're made, they last forever, folks. It's game over, man. It's good stuff moving forward. But we got to be patient. Everything got to be patient. And I got in early before the spot Ethereum ETS were approved, and that was a big winner for us over at the Discord. We did some really wonderful things. And we'll see if that happens again. Now, if you're not in the Discord, I will tell you, I'm doing a live teaching event today, and I'm teaching about the 0 DTEs in there, and that's only in there. And you can join through the join button here on YouTube as a learner, or I should say as an earner. You got to be an earner. That's an earner tier only. Earner tier only. You can join here through YouTube. I also do have the discount code gift over at Patreon as well. All right, that's up to you which way you want to join. You can join through YouTube, and we do have the webinar which we teach. This is all about teaching, and we teach the 4-step framework for successful technical analysis, where I teach people the framework to learn how to learn the technicals the correct way. And so I would suggest taking advantage of that and taking advantage of joining either through YouTube or over there at Patreon. It's up to you. And I will be going live today, most likely around 2 o'clock Eastern, over there in a private session of education. So we'll see how that goes. Now, that's all I got for you today. I appreciate you stopping by. I will see you in the Discord.